Today let's create the login router. It will be much faster because now we know all the concepts necessary to create all routes. Once that we have the model and the schema, it's much easier just to create new functions following the same structure as this one, but with some difference, of course. So now let's create from scratch a route for the login. So following the above structure, we just need to have a router, use a route dot we post. Inside here we will put the login. And inside here we need to put it as async. We need to receive a request, send a response. It will be an arrow function. We need to do the structure here, what the information we are receiving. So the information that we will receive is the name, the email, and password. This is the two important information that we will need to use from the request body. I remember that we need to put a return here, because if there is an error here, so we just need to return and do not need to try do anything. It can, if we try to assign another header like we are doing in this line, if you are trying to assign it again, maybe it can crash the app. So it's better to put the return here. We can make the same comparison here. So if the email or not password, we just response status 400 dot JSON, and you can send a message here. Fields cannot be empty, and return again. It's good to not copy and paste, because we need to practice the code. Remember that we are using async and await, so we need to use the try block. Inside the try block, we need to await, and inside the users, we know that we are users because the collection called users are coming from the user. Let's see it here. So it's users here. So I know that inside the users I will have some functionalities, because each model has functions. We'll use a function. Let me show you something very interesting. I have this ebook that I'm writing. It's a small ebook. I need to make some changes here, but I will put this link to this ebook. Here have a summary about some topics that we already talked about, and some future topics that I did in another project, and it's explaining step by step what we are doing here. So we can, when we have some doubts about these topics, about the MySQL Express, now the Unity, the menu, we can come here, and it's much faster than using the Unity, the Google, for example. So here, this part is very important, because we have the step by step on installing, creating, connecting with the MongoDB, how to use the Postman, some tips here, of course. Here I have how to deploy to the Heroku, so in the futures, how to update, how to use Mongoose. Of course, it's not structured, some parts is not completely structured, but in the future, if you have the link, we can access it anytime you want. This is, of course, will be inside my Patreon. So if you become my patron, I will have access to all my codes and all the benefits here. So I have the Discord group and links for various kind of ebooks that I write to be more easy to follow some topics that we are not used to use so frequently. And I plan to make some another videos inside the channel. I'm studying shaders about a year now, and I did this Patreon to make these advanced topics to be easy for everyone. And I decided to make the backend one because I'm working as a game developer, full developer in front end and backend. So to learn more about the backend, I'm writing this. So if you want to have these backend files and future files about shaders and other stuff as multiplayer and metaverse, for example, that I will create in the futures. So become my Patreon and you'll of course have all the benefits and talk to me directly inside my Discord. So this is it. Let us continue. So inside the user, as I told you, has another method. Some methods are shown here. We use the find one because we just need one, but we can find, and we'll find all the files that have some characteristics. But here we just use the find one because we can use the email to find the one we want, and it will return for us the one email, the one user that has this email here, of course, because this email is unique. Here we can just respond a status of 200. Now we can send a JSON. We can send a message, or we can send we can send the user. We can send a JSON response. In this moment, I will just send a message. If we need, we can change it in the future to send another thing. Even better, I will just send the user. So if you need some information about the user, that will be inside the user. For now, we just have the simple informations, but in the future we can have more information inside the user, so we can have it receiving it inside the Unity. And here we will create the catch that has an error. We can respond status JSON, create a message. So it's very intuitive what we need to do. I hope you did well trying to make it, and it's very simple for now, at least. In the future we will have some complexities because we will compare information coming from the user, because users can cheat and try to hack our application. So in other routes we need to compare. For example, if the player has money and it is buying something inside the game, and we don't want to allow the player to have more money than he has. So we will keep it inside a register inside the database, and we will compare when the user sends the information from Unity, and then if the information matches with the information inside the database, then we can make the transaction, and the player has the item that he bought. So this is it. Let me finish here. The code here will be 500, and here we pass the error. I'm sorry, we pass the error. Now let's run the server and test it inside the postman. In the next video we will create the application, the front end inside unit, and see how to use the unit code in C# to connect with this part here, that the server, the backend we are already using. I try just connect here, so let's use the postman for now. So, add a request here. The request type will be login, user login, just to keep the pattern. The method will be post. Here will be local hosts. I use this, but use login here. Okay. We need to the body, and of course it's JSON. Here is raw and JSON. This is wrong here, and we can create a JSON here. We need to have an email. Let me see the email we have here is user01 at users.com. We need the password to is 13456. Let me save, and we just send here, and we get error. These errors are very good for us guys, because we can understand a little better about the code. I miss something here. First, I miss that we need to use the password. Why we need to use the password here? It's because the password need to be a condition to verify if the player is the same player, because if you send the email anyone can have. So if someone has your email, if you not put the password here, if he has the email, he can enter inside your game. But with the password here, we are guaranteed that just you can have it, the email and the password. Another thing is that I jump a step here because I need to create a user and then send this user. So now I hope that this fixed the problem. Now you can try to send again, and now we have it. So we receive the ID from the database, and this V, if I know this is an internal thing about the MongoDB, is about the version. We don't use this, don't worry about it. This is it, guys. If you like the video, please come to this page and subscribe to the channel. I saw that has a bunch of you that are watching the videos, but just 20 people subscribed. And please like the video, so this video can reach more people and the channel can grow, and I can make more videos and like this that are I hope that is very simple for you to understand, but is advanced topics like this. And I bring more videos like this, as I told before, about shaders, networking, multiplayer, in a language that is in example that are very simple. So if you help me just subscribing here and giving a like to the video, it will help a lot, and it will be my friend here in the internet, so it will be very glad for me. So thank you, and I'll see you later. Cheers.